Let's welcome in now Tennessee Congressman Tim Burchett. He is a member of the House Foreign Affairs Committee. He's also looking into the Biden administration's disastrous withdrawal from Afghanistan. Congressman, great to see you.
Great to see you. I see I have my hand sanitizers behind me here, so I'm keeping.
Better safe than sorry, right? Better safe than sorry, especially up there. You need all the protection you can have in Washington, D.C. Let's talk, though, about this Afghanistan report. The chairman of the Foreign Affairs Committee, Mike McCall, issued a statement last week. He called John Kirby's comments disgraceful and insulting and said President Biden made the decision to withdraw and even handpicked the date. What is your reaction to what we heard from Kirby last week?
Well, the last person that died, his father's a constituent of mine. He grew up probably a couple miles from where I live now. Staff Sergeant Ryan Canals, he's technically the last person to die in Afghanistan. And to me, it's just a total disgrace. You've got an incompetent president, incompetent White House. In testimony we had a Marine Corps sniper, best in the world. He was actually blown up in this thing. He's had multiples of surgeries. He said, I had the suicide bomber twice in my sights. State Department, military intelligence, which is a misnomer. Military intelligence is a lot like congressional ethics. It just doesn't exist. He was told not to shoot this guy. They positively ID'd him. They could have stopped this thing. I mean, this White House is totally incompetent. 13 brave Americans should be at home, should have been home with their families on Easter weekend. Instead, their families are remembering them and at their graves, and it's just a total disgrace to this country of what's being put upon us. No way in the world was it Trump's fault. He said, let's get out. And, and the American public agreed with him. But he wouldn't have left billions, that's with a B, billions of dollars of armaments on the ground that we will see again, unfortunately, which will be killing Americans in the future because the bad people got a hold of them. It was just a total debacle. This White House, I feel, is completely compromised. If not by the communist Chinese, it's by someone else. You fly a balloon over our country taking pictures, and they're not allowed to shoot it down. And we know exactly what they were doing. What else can you say? Just a total disgrace.
Yeah, well said. And to the timing before holiday weekend and giving reporters 10 minutes before the briefing, I mean, it clearly was orchestrated so they wouldn't get maximum headlines, even though what they did say was appalling. Sir, we just want to get your reaction to Congresswoman AOC calling for now the impeachment of Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas. Here's some of her comments.
What we're seeing right now is a breaking of the law, and we have to examine what institutions. I know that there are calls for Chief Justice Roberts to initiate an investigation. I do not think that this court any longer has the legitimacy, especially after the Supreme Court leak last year, which never came to a conclusion.
The legitimacy? I mean, this was clearly a hit piece from the left-wing propaganda outlet ProPublica, but you see CNN just sort of lapping up what she says here. Nothing he did was illegal.
Well, I'm not sure who writes those press releases, either CNN or the Democrat National Committee. They're kind of interchangeable. And honestly, Cortez, she's a buddy of mine. We don't agree on anything, but, we created her, honestly. I told our guys early on, I said, just ignore these people. Just ignore them. And now they've turned her into a fundraising juggernaut. And yeah, she's got her opinion and she'll keep it. And it won't go anywhere in the House. I think in the future, though, the Supreme Court needs to start watching what they're doing, because this is clearly, in this environment, it's going to be very hostile towards them. And it won't be hostile towards any of the left-wing justices, but dadgummit, the right-wing ones or the conservative ones they're going to hang them out to dry if they can. And that's exactly what they're doing, because she spearheads it. She knows or she might not know, but the Democrats know it's not going to go anywhere, but they put this out. It's a fundraising effort. All they're doing is selling memberships. It will go nowhere in the House.
Congressman Burchett, great to see you. We appreciate your time. Thank you.
Great seeing y'all, and I'm glad y'all are still on the air.